So the first thing I do is to wash the millet, because you can see how dirty this water looks. This millet is from the farm, and sometimes it's been stored in the storage house for months and all that. So you can see even sometimes it has some chemicals in it, so I have to wash it properly. I wash the millet twice, and this is the second washing. You can see the water is neat and it's looking neat, but you see the kind of dirt that is still coming from it. I wash it twice, then I soak the millet. You can soak the millet for like 6 to 8 hours, or you soak it overnight, but preferably it's better to soak it overnight so that it will be easier to grind. So I soaked the millet in a clean water overnight. Then this is my ginger. I'm pounding the ginger now. And why I'm adding the ginger now is that if you soak the ginger with the millet, it's not going to have that flavor again. It's going to water the ginger down. So I prefer pounding the ginger and putting it in the millet when I'm ready to grind, and grind immediately. And I pound it to make it soft for those people who are grinding, so they can grind it easily and it won't spoil their machine. So you can see me pounding the ginger now. So right now I'm going to put it straight into the millet, and I'll take it to the grinding mill for it to be ground. Okay, this is 4 noodles of millet, and you can see the quantity of ginger I used. So I just use just 2 ingredients for this, the millet and the ginger. Some other persons can put canaferi and so on. So now I'm going to prep the ground millet for sieving. Okay, because this is akamu, I can put as much water as I like, because I'm going to drain the water later. So I'll put enough water, and the more water you put, the easier it is to grind it. The more water you put to sieve it, sorry, the more water you put, the easier it is to sieve it. So I make it as watery as possible. I'll tie the edges of the sieving cloth into the two edges. I'll tie, then I'll make something like a sack with it. There are some sieving clothes that are already sewn. If you can buy those already made on, those ones are much easier to use. So because I'm doing it by myself, you can see how careful I am in doing it. And you try as much as possible, let the chaff not enter into what you are doing, because you don't want the akamu to have some chaff in it. Okay, so I'll sieve it carefully, you understand. I'll try to be as careful as I could. Then also I can also add water to the chaff to make sure that everything comes off. So you can add water to the chaff if you are sieving it. Okay, but you know that this akamu, when you are doing akamu, you don't really bother with water, because most of the water will still go out later. So we are not really economical with water, except if it's in a place where where you don't have enough water. You can try to manage water, you can try to be economical with water, you understand. So this time around, we have water is not an issue here by the grace of God, so we use as much water. See me adding water to the chaff, and you can see that there are still milky chaff coming out from this akamu. So that's how we roll here. So now I will sieve it like this continually till I finish everything. I'm just going to sieve it just once. Okay, I'll continue like this, sieving and sieving till I get what I want. Okay, and I don't know why this is difficult for me. It's actually easier if you are 2 people, but if you don't have 2 persons, you can just do it by yourself. Just try to be as careful as you can. Okay, so I'll continue sieve. You can also sieve 12 to ensure there are no mistakes, right? Okay, so now this is 5 a.m. the next day. The water has settled in, and we have to pour the water away to get the real pap or akamu. All right, so I'm pouring the water away. When it gets to where the water is changing color, being milk, it shows that I've gotten to where the pap is, so I'm going to stop pouring the water away. Okay, so when you pour the water away, the whole water will settle, the whole pap will settle down. Then we have our water. Okay, then now I'm going to pour the pap and the water in the pap, and also the pap into this sack. Okay, I'm using this particular type of bag, not any type of bag, because if the holes are too much, it's going to everything is going to pour away. But this one does not have much, is very, is so airtight, and it still has space for the water to, pour away. Okay, so I'm going to pour the pap into this sack. You see, that's what I'm doing right now, making sure that everything goes into the sack. Okay, so then what I'm going to do now is that when I pour the water into the sack, I'm going to leave it for some time. I'll leave it for like 2 hours, and what it does is that the water, the pap is going to, as the water is coming out into the bath, is going to also, the pap is going to block the holes of the sack, so it's not going, so everything is not going to lose. But if I carry it exactly as it is like that and put it away, the whole thing is going to pour, because the pores of the sack has not been blocked. So that's why I'll tie it and keep it in this basin for like 2 hours before I'll take it to where it's going to stay for the meantime. Okay, so if you look at it now, you can see the water is coming out immediately. I did that, the water started coming out from the pap, and as it's coming out, the pap is closing the pores of the sack. So this is where it's going to stay for about 5 to 6 hours. You can see the water is dripping, and we try to make sure everywhere is clean to avoid dirt and all that. So this is the finished product. This is what we got after from 4 noodles of millet. Okay, so we are going to package this into different packaging, whatever. So this one we are just putting it, we'll take our time to resize this one later. So we just want to keep it because of time. I want to refrigerate it so that it won't spoil. I know one has to go to work and all that, so when we come back, we'll take our time to repackage this one. So subsequently, we are going to put other ones into small nylon bags, and in those nylon bags, that's what we'll use. We tie it in such a way that if we want to use one, if we want to make pap, we'll just take out one and use for that day, and that's how it works. You understand? So even if it's refrigerated, even if you take out one, it will be easy for it to defrost and for you to melt it. But most times, due to we have light, we always keep it at the refrigerator, not the freezer. You understand? Because there's always light. But if you're in a place where there's no light, you can put it in the freezer. It's going to block, but you also have the option of defrosting it. And when you tie it small, if you tie it in little quantity like this, it's easier for you to defrost and for you to make use of it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have watched it this time, thank you very much, and I hope you keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and if you want to start a pap business, it's so easy. It's so easy. This is just the process. There's nothing much needs. This is just the process. You can just start small, and with time, many people, like in Abuja and many developed cities, so women no longer bother going through this stress because of their work schedule and all that. So what they do is that they order for pap online. So if you are reliable, people can order. You just give them the price, they order for your pap, and you see your small business has started. You understand? So there are many ways to make money in Nigeria. So that's how we grow here. Thank you very much, and God bless you.